Hi, I'm Jeannie Ralston. I'm the editor of NextTribe, and I'm here with Diane MacEachern, who wrote a fabulous story for us just recently about called "Do You Know the Truth Behind Your Clothes?" And it's about the fashion industry and the problems and the issues that industry causes in the environment. So, and it's very fascinating. She broke it down into a lot of specifics, but I wanted to talk to her to get a general overview of the story. So, Diane, can you tell me, how big of a problem is the fashion industry in the environment?
If you think about clothing, the manufacture of clothing touches every single thing that we rely on in the environment. There's a seed that goes into the ground that needs water, that gets pesticides applied to it, that then gets turned into a piece of cloth that gets sewn, that gets shipped. So if you think about that, it's air and water and soil and energy, and then what happens? It gets thrown away. So the impact of clothing manufacturing and wearing it and trashing it is absolutely huge. I read actually that next to oil, the manufacture and use and production and disposal of clothing might have the biggest environmental footprint of almost any commodity in the world. And why is that? It's because we all wear clothes. Probably the only place where there's not a huge impact is on a nudist colony. And I don't think we're all moving there anytime soon.
No.
So just in terms of how much clothing we actually throw away, the current estimate is that in the United States, every woman throws away about 82 pounds worth of clothing every year.
Oh,
Now think
wow.
about that. It is huge, and it's because we just don't think about it, and we've all become sort of subject to this idea of fast fashion. What's in season? What should we buy? Well, let's get rid of that. And my article for you is really about how important it is to sort of slow down a little bit, take stock of what we're wearing and what we're buying to wear, and then what we're doing with what we don't wear anymore.
Well, what is the fashion industry doing to address this?
The fashion industry, a lot of fashion brands are really stepping up. And the article highlights Eileen Fisher and Stella McCartney and a company called Synergy. And sort of at all levels of the price point spectrum, they're trying to do the right thing. In the case of Eileen Fisher, for example, she's taking clothes back. If you've bought some Eileen Fisher clothes and it's time to, or you're not wearing them anymore, you can actually take them back, and she'll give you, I think it's $5, and then, she encourages you to buy refurbished clothing on her site. But now there's the fashion industry as a whole is really starting to grapple with something called the circular economy. They buy it, they make it right, they sell it right, they buy it back, and then they make new clothes out of recycled fibers. And something like 64 companies and over 100 brands are now part of this global compact to reduce the environmental impact of the clothes that they make. So it's great.
So we can expect more of that. Do you think more companies come like Eileen Fisher, and I know Patagonia does some buybacks and things like? Do you think more are heading that way?
I really think so, and in large part, it's for two reasons. One is from a business point of view, it just costs them less money to operate their business in a more sustainable way. And number two, people like you and I are demanding that they do the right thing.
Right.
Right. One of the messages that I think is a train throughout all the articles that I write for NextTribe is just how much power women consumers have to change the marketplace and make the world a better place. My little company is called Big Green Purse, and it's because we all have a big green purse. As women, we spend 85 cents of every dollar in the marketplace. So when we shift our spending to greener products and services like better clothes, the manufacturers have no choice. They have to follow us because otherwise they won't get our money. So we're
Beautiful.
making a lot of demands in the fashion world for better, cleaner, safer, greener products, and they're responding.
And
It's great.
what about you? What do you do personally, to help? What are your choices that you make?
I'm just like everybody else. I have a closet full of clothes, most of which I often think are out of style, and I never throw anything away. I'm constantly making a trip to Goodwill or having Purple Heart come and pick stuff up off my porch because even though it might not work for me, I think it works for somebody else. So I never throw anything away. I recycle a lot. I swap clothes a lot, actually, and I borrow clothes. I'm in Washington, D.C., so I get to go to a lot of parties, and I don't have a lot of party dresses, but my friends do. And so I certainly put out the word that I need a party dress, and somebody seems to have it. So I do that. And then I'm pretty conscientious about the brands that I buy from. I find myself buying fewer new clothes, but spending more money on the clothes I buy so that they'll last longer. And I think that, I'd rather have high quality clothing that lasts a long time. And in the end, I think it does probably save me some money because I'm not frantic about keeping up with the latest styles.
Right. You find what works for you, and you can wear it for long term, and
right.
It really works for
and
everyone.
Also, I find buying accessories as opposed to a whole new outfit, you can get a lot of mileage out of a really great quality jacket and some great jewelry and some nice scarves, and that makes the jacket look brand new. So I think accessorizing is actually part of the key to sustainability where fashion is concerned.
I love that. I love that. Well, I hope everyone will read the story for more details. And thank you so much, Diane.
You're very welcome.